Alrighty. What is up, everybody? This is going to be really whatever it turns out to be. Very impromptu live stream. Wasn't very active yesterday. I was more fly on a wall, an observer. But I do want to reach out to the crew and kind of see where you guys are at about everything. Um, I do want to look into the Sebastian Rogers case today a little bit. Um, but I do know that Riley Strain is still missing, from what I understand. I like to rely on the chat for factual information. So at any point you guys get any updated information, please let me know. Shoot me an email, sleuthintuition@gmail.com. Drop a link, please, in the chat. Uh, and mods, if you can help anybody who needs help with that, I'd appreciate it. And shout out to my mods, probably the best. Definitely the best in this community. Good to see you, Dawn, Cynthia De La Fuente, Shadowbox, Patricia, Miss Dog Lover, and Daily Survivor. This must be the group that actually got the notification, which most usually don't. So we're going to talk a lot about the Delphi case today. There's been a lot going on. We're going to try to control our impulses a little bit when it comes to the Delphi case. What Abby and Libby and her family, and I think what everybody needs right now is a little patience. What's up, Jimmy? Oh, you didn't, Shadow? Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it. Sorry, I'm trying to get situated here. Like I said, I literally just walked into my office, sat down, turned on StreamYard, and said, I want to go live. I have nothing planned for you guys. I'm more curious than anything. Good to see you, Jerry. CJK, what's up? Frank Meister, good to see you. Jamie Hicks, good video that you did. I think I'm not sure if you did it last night, yesterday, but man, you were hitting it right on the head with that. A lot of truth there. Good to see you, Jody. Sarcastic. I didn't get a notification, just saw you were live on my recommendations. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten a notification. I did just jump on here. Good to see you, V. Marie. CJK says, I want to see transcripts of the testimonials. Can I get a witness? Testify. What's up, Purple Haze? Some of my favorite ganja. Some of my favorite sativa. Cindy, good morning. Good morning, Sparky. Night Shadow. Technically, you're fashionably late, and that makes you right on time. That was the one you were talking about, the captain, and like online trolling, and I would talk more about it, but when you talk about these kind of people, it just attracts them more. But I do appreciate people like you out there saying something. Well, for you, Frank, didn't you leave at like 3 a.m.? Hell of a day. Shout out to Ruckus and Kristen. for holding it down over there on your channel. I spent a lot of time over there. Any spare time I had, I just popped in, boom, and they were on it. And I'm pretty sure, Frank, you were the one that broke the news. Like, there were, like, 500 people watching, and you popped up on the screen, and you were like, "This is what happened in the courtroom, and this is what was going on," and then even mainstream media was, like, probably tuned into that. But, yeah, I mean, you guys broke it. I always That's the kinda stuff that I like to do, breaking news and, real breaking news. Not clickbait breaking news where you just put it in your title and then it's just a nothing burger. So, good job on that yesterday. Don Spain on the road. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Let's see if, Don is paying attention. See what will we hit him with. Let's hit him with the Al Pacino.
Vincent, give me all you got! I swear, me and my brother.
Eyes on the road, sir. It's up 63 clocks. V says, safe travels. Oh, that's kinda old video. Oh, I just saw it. Good to see you, Cindy. V says, I was on there all day. I think they were live for like 10 and a half hours. 10 and a half hours. Purple Haze. I'm still looking for the Purple Haze ganja. I live in Missouri. Guess I have been to the right shop yet. Well, I I have been able to find it a while ago, but I grew it myself. So if you go online to a place, it's out of California. I think they kind of raised their prices recently. That's why I don't go there. But if you're looking for seeds, you can grow your own. I think it's gelato seeds. Used to be you can get like back in the day like 5 really good 100% female seeds for like 40 bucks. It was amazing. So when they legalized it here in Arizona, that's what I did. I was like, "Ooh, let's go check out this spot." And it came through every time, but now the prices are way up. What's up, Mustang? I was very entertained. And I went on to a couple other channels and they were playing Frank. They were like, "We got updates," and it was Frank Meister. I was like, "Yep, that's my dude right there." Mofo was up at 3 in the morning. So kudos, kudos. Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, they did great. Ruckus cracks me up. And you can see Kristen sometimes she's kinda shocked by what Ruckus says. She's like, "Oh, that's shocking." So they make a good group. So you got Ruckus who's trying not to shock her, and Kristen who is trying not to be shocked. So the dynamic, they're kinda riding on that thin line where they're giving opinions and facts and speaking truth, but then they're dealing with that dynamic. So I thought it was good. Solar Chef Steph, good to see you. What's up, Redfoot? Hang loose, buddy. Nana72, hello. Yeah, it was strange. I think the most interesting part about it all is the human behavior surrounding it all. It's very strange to watch these folks project and then to catch myself projecting, finding myself while seeing this is very interesting. It's been an interesting journey. I feel like a scientist and I'm looking down at these lab rats like, what the fuck? Just glad I got out that cage. Put on the schmuck. Went from eating the cheese to wearing the schmuck. Durban Poison is a good strain. That's according to Frank. Oregon has really good prices, especially compared to Missouri. Give me an example. Like here, you can get like a decent grade, like a quarter of some good ganja for like 35, 40 bucks. That'll probably be your mid. So did you guys see my community post about Riley Strain and his last text message? I guess his girlfriend messaged him and was like, so, how's your trip going? And then he just typed back something very odd like, good, and then just some rambling. So, I mean, I just don't understand how if he was in the water, wouldn't they have found him by now? It wasn't raining, it wasn't storming. I mean, he should be right there if he fell in there. What's up, Doris? Candice Fonseca. Farmer, my guy, what up? Yeah, they are a good team. Bizarre human behavior all around. Yes, laugh out loud. I'm glad we can laugh at our own humanity at times. Yeah, and you got to be able to laugh at yourself, right? That's why I'm constantly kind of talking shit about myself. Like, I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. Well, that's because I'm comparing myself to the great minds in this world from the past and the future. I'd like to consider myself somewhere in the middle between ridiculously ignorant or even incompetent or just downright slow. And then these great thinkers. The problem with these egotistical maniacs is they consider themselves up on the top tier. I'm up here at the top. There's no honesty. To thine own self be true. You got it, Mustang. Okay, hopefully I put the newest CCTV video where it should be. But I don't think I did. Nope, there it is. Not even titled. Oh, we didn't play my intro. Here, let's hook up the intro real quick. This will be the longest intro in Sleuth Intuition channel history. live. Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Viahos. We will be opening up the phone lines in probably about 15 to 30 minutes. So if anybody's calling in now, feel free to call right back or hang tight backstage. What up, Mel? You know what? Becoming a true crime content creator, the one thing that I will never ever regret is the growth that I've seen in myself. I've actually become a better person. I think we don't realize how sheltered of a life we live. And then when you really open up your mind to the good and then also the really bad that's out there, and then you can then begin to self-evaluate your own situation. Where do I fall into all of this? Now that I have a good understanding of what good and evil is, where do I fall? Where do I need to adjust? You know, what am I putting out to the world? And I made a lot of adjustments and it's been incredible. It brought me closer to God, right? Who is the most important. Without God, you have nothing. You can't do anything. So if there's anything you're trying to do, and I'm not trying to preach to you, just remember, without God, you can't do it. It's going to be very hard. All right, let me share my screen.
How you doing, sir? I'm good. How are you? Good.
Can you guys hear that?
It's over here.
Okay, I think the first question I had when I saw this new footage here, looks like body cam. What is the officer doing? Is he looking for somebody? Is he looking for vehicles that have been broken into? Is he trying to protect the vehicles? Like, what do you guys think he's up to? Did he get a call about something? Maybe somebody vandalizing vehicles right there? Okay, notice a car going by.
How you doing, sir?
He's not slouched. You notice that? He's not hunched over anymore. And he's traveled quite a way at this point.
How you doing, sir? I'm good. How are you? Good.
I'm good. How are you? A little bit slurred, but nothing. I don't think that should have alarmed the officer. I don't know. What do you guys think about this video? I mean, he is right there. If you notice when the cop kind of turns all the way around, he looks over at the bridge. So there it is right there. So that means shortly after his encounter with this officer, he goes missing. He might have just walked right into the water right here. But I just don't see that now. After watching this, he seems like he's a little more coherent, like he's coming to a little bit. I don't know. Very strange. He doesn't seem drunk enough to stumble into the river. I mean, he's kind of flapping his feet, but
How you doing, sir? I'm good. How are you? Good.
and I thought I heard another voice. Let me run that back.
How you doing, sir? I'm good. How are you? Good.
You hear that? There's somebody else out there with them. Is that somebody down there? Over here? I could have swore I heard another voice right there. Play from the beginning. I'm not sure what that is. So the text message and this video, I think, are the latest. Also, we already talked about his debit card being discovered. So great job by those two young ladies. They should be very proud that they contributed. So shout out to them. 63 clocks. But how did his bank card end up on the riverbank out of his wallet if he simply wandered into the river? My assumption was he was either attempting maybe to get a scooter, to order a Uber, or maybe even just calling a cab, maybe. So he has it in his phone, or I'm sorry, he has his phone and his card in his hand. So he could have fallen right over where they found that card and just went right into the water. But if that happened, I just feel like they would have found him. It's been what, 10 days now? Almost at least 10 days, right? That's a long time to be missing. CJK, why didn't he call 911 or ask the cop for help if in distress? This is bizarre. Yeah, I don't think he was in distress at that point. But this is the same area where a witness came forward and said somebody was with him. So right after he talks to this cop, he makes a friend. And now I'm concerned about this friend because they haven't come forward. Witness said he looked up and he almost fell over some bushes down here. And he said, "You okay?" And the guy said, "Oh, don't worry. He's just drunk." So who's Mr. Helper? Because right here, where Mr. Helper comes into the picture, that's where we lose the phone. That's where he's losing his card. And that's where he's last seen. So he may not be in that water. I've even heard of people living up inside of bridges. Now, these guys have a huge homeless problem here. So I just hope they're looking at everything there. Julianne says, I went to Michigan last week. Thank you, Mustang. Cold truth intelligence is moot if one cannot apply it. Exactly. Exactly. You can be the smartest person in the world, but if you're triggered by everything, you're basically numb to your own intelligence, I guess. You can't even access it. All right. So there's a case of Elijah View and Sebastian Rogers that are kind of cases that you think would kind of resolve themselves. They would find out what happened, find a suspect, locate the missing person, find out what really happened. But in these two cases, they're completely stumped. Same with Riley's case. So it says here the blanket of a missing Wisconsin toddler was found weeks after his disappearance. The Two Rivers Police Department said that a red and white plaid blanket found earlier in this investigation was confirmed to belong to Elijah View, a Wisconsin 3-year-old who went missing on February 20th. The blanket was found about 3.7 miles from where Elijah was last seen. Yeah, that's not good. We're going to watch a quick video. I'm just waiting for this commercial to clear out here. I don't know a whole lot about this case.
Is not giving up the search for a missing 3-year-old boy. People in Twin Rivers gathered Saturday to continue the search for Elijah Vu. The 3-year-old went missing 3 weeks ago in the community south of Green Bay. The boy's mother and her boyfriend have been charged with child neglect after the boy disappeared.
Oh, no.
Volunteers across Wisconsin and beyond are still searching for
Sad.
clues, but they say they need even more help.
We still need volunteers. We still need areas searched. We still need help. No matter if you can't search on the ground, you can help online.
Well, it's kind of sad because usually it's, the parents that are kind of pushing for the search and leading the way and inspiring everybody. But in this case, they're in jail for neglect. That's awful.
We need everybody. We need bodies everywhere searching for Elijah to get Elijah home.
City leaders and law enforcement are offering up to $40,000 for information that leads them to find Elijah.
One way to avoid expensive car repair bills is to be a race car driver.
They make it so hard to like escape the ad after the video while you're on full screen. Yeah, this one's out of looks like ABC5 Chicago. In a Facebook post, the Two Rivers Police Department said a red and white plaid blanket found earlier in the investigation was confirmed to be the toddler's. The blanket was discovered in an area between Manitowoc and Two Rivers, 3.7 miles from where Elijah was reported.
search for the missing Wisconsin boy still underway, the community has not lost hope. As police expand their search for Elijah, here's what we know about the toddler's
Hey, GP.
disappearance. Elijah Vu was last seen on February 20th at a home in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Now, according to officials, the boy's mother sent him to that home so he could learn to, quote, be a man. Elijah's mother, 31-year-old Katrina Bauer, left her son in the care of a 39-year-old man named Jesse Vang. Vang told authorities that he was trying to correct Elijah's bad behavior, adding that the 3-year-old was afraid of him.
What the hell?
Vang said he used timeouts to discipline Elijah, where he was forced to stand for 1 to 3 hours and required to pray. Documents also said Vang forced Elijah to take a cold shower and regularly threatened him with cold water for not complying. The boy's mother told police she left Elijah with Vang on February 12th and intended to pick him up on February 23rd. But on February 20th, Vang called police and reported Elijah missing.
Yeah, this is not good. So we might be covering this case here as it unfolds. Another case we're going to be looking into, and I haven't really had a chance to look at because I've been consumed by the Riley Strain case. I was hoping they were going to find him. Good to see you, GP. That's funny, Don. Just a lot of squawking and posturing. I think they should always assume that there was a crime. I think that should be rule number one. Like, let's just assume that there's foul play, and everybody here could potentially have participated in that. I think that's how they should start everything. But and again, they may not have the resources to do that, right? Yep, 100%. Yeah, what are they referring to? Speculation. I don't know anything about these two cases that I just put up on the screen. Do they have like a person of interest, or what's going on? Can you guys fill me in? Hey, Otto. Thank you, Sparky. Hey, Catsy. Okay, so I don't know a whole lot about these two cases. These boys could still be alive. So those are just a couple of the cases that we'll probably be covering over the next couple weeks. Just so we can keep putting their faces out there. I know there was talk of a plaid blanket. I don't know if they have any photos of that. We could put that on the screen. That it just doesn't sound good. Welcome in, Charlotte. Looking in cars. Yeah, what was that all about? Is that window broken out? I can't tell if this truck window is busted. It looks open, huh? It might be broken. Yeah, this window looks busted out. Or am I... All right. See, the front window looks good. Tinted, and then you can see right through the back window. So he must be responding to some folks burglarizing vehicles. So is it possible that whoever was breaking into these vehicles hurt him? Hurt Riley? If so, you got his DNA all over this car, maybe. Breaking into vehicles, that means that he's not far. Riley encounters Mr. Helper, Mr. Friend, his new friend, shortly after this video, in my opinion. Yeah, that window's busted out. Do you see that? Look at that right there. He's on call for people breaking into vehicles. Can't tell on these ones. I don't see any glass or anything on the ground. Oh, that does look broken right there. See it? Right here. Looks like broken glass. But I could be wrong. Maybe you can see some glass right here. I just can't tell. A safe word. What are you doing at work? This is a body cam footage of Riley. Now, if you see here the bridge, that's where he was last. We have a witness seeing him here, and I think his phone stopped tracking up to this point. His phone and his watch. And I believe this is very close to where they found his debit card also. Maybe up over here or down here somewhere. It's quite a drop. Yeah, I can. I have it bookmarked. Okay, so I believe the bridge you were looking at in that video is right here. I think it's Woodland Street. And his last ping happened right here in this area. And I believe a witness saw him in between these two bridges. Now, where exactly was his debit card found? I don't know. For some reason, I want to say right here. Let me see if I can get a better picture. Oh, thanks, Sensei. Hey, Sleuth, no sound on the videos you just played. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Appreciate that. Thank you, Cindy. I must have had it muted. Sorry, guys. Let me zoom down. Cold Truth says, that reminds me of Dahmer. He's fine. I got him. Not good. Yeah, that kind of scared me too. That's what I was thinking. Because I thought he was drugged. That's Dahmer's MO. Sorry about the videos, guys. I did not realize that. Okay, let me find a better view. I don't know. I was watching Gray Hughes yesterday. He had a good view on it.
Recordings just got better.
So there it was, a new focus in the search for missing college student Riley Strain.
So yeah, I think it was right there where I was showing you guys.
As two women discover his bank card near the Cumberland River.
Riley Lively.
So that discovery added to a new twist in the search for Riley. His family remains in Nashville. They're hoping to get some answers. Jaxie Pigeon has more on the volunteers and who discovered this new clue.
Well, Neil, two women set out early Sunday to search for any clues that may lead to Riley Strain, but they were looking in particular for his size 15 square toe boots or his blue wallet, but instead would find his bank card. Now, they did call Metro Police immediately, who were able to confirm that it was indeed Riley's and was discovered on the embankment between Gay Street and the Cumberland River.
Great find. Good
It's
job,
a
ladies.
wooded, trash-covered steep hill that leads to the water where the women picked up this clue. Now, we're not sure yet how this card will help officials in their investigation, but they do say they are continuing their search. The women refer to this find as a start, but say they're not giving up on their efforts to get answers for Riley's loved ones, and they're hopeful others will join them.
Every day I went out there, as much as I want to find something, I don't think I ever actually thought I would find something.
Yeah, great
Which
job,
is, I think,
Randy.
is a great thing to think about for anybody who's thinking about going out, whether it's Riley's case or anybody else's
Heck
case,
yeah.
that you really, really, really can make a difference. So if you're thinking about it, do it, but just do it with caution and take care of yourself.
Now, the discovery of Riley's card was found around the same time that officials were called out to the Cumberland River for reports of a floating body. Now, they did recover that body, but Nashville
Later,
Fire
Don.
tells us the description of the body found does not meet that of Riley Strains or 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who's still missing out of Hendersonville. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more, but if you have any information, you're asked to contact Metro Police. For now, live in downtown Nashville, Jaxie Pigeon, News 2.
Gosh. I just hope some weirdo is not like holding him somewhere, because that happens. It does happen. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here in a few minutes. So if there's anything you wanted to talk about, sorry about those two videos being muted. That's my bad. What's up, Grunge Truck? He's a trained swimmer. I just feel like if he was in that water, they would have found him by now. Or they'll find him soon. And why is he seems to be walking much better in the body cam footage than in the CCTV footage. You know, he says hello to the officer. The officer says, "How are you doing?" He says, "I'm doing well. How are you?" Normal interaction. Now he's kind of flapping his feet. Like you can tell he might be a little intoxicated. Yeah, that's a good point. What's up, Olivia? So what do you guys have to say about what was going on in with the Delphi case and the contempt hearing? What are your thoughts on all that? Jeez, that's awful. Farmer says he was walking straight, I believe. Maybe it wore off quick, or he just had a moment of clarity. Or maybe he was like, "Oh, there's a cop. I better act normal." "Hi, officer." And then as soon as he passes, he's like stumbling again. I don't know. I used to have those kind of instincts when I was young. More so in high school. "Hi, officer." Yeah, I saw the pics of the debit card. It wasn't muddy or wet or dirty at all. Seems sus. Yeah, the image I have in my head is him like holding his card in his hand, and he's on his phone trying to do something. As soon as they said, "Oh, he found his debit card," and I looked at it, I was like, that's the image I got. Was it he was attempting he may have that could have even been how he fell. Maybe he fell right over that side because he was looking at his card and trying to maybe punch it into his phone or give it to somebody. So if he was talking to a company, they would most likely have it on a recorded call. So they might be able to hear if he fell at that very moment. It might be captured on the recording. Yeah, Cindy, he might have just straightened up momentarily, as an instinct. Young frat guy. Not realizing he didn't have to, right? Jane says Sebastian played Minecraft game. He was on social media with predators. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that whole Minecraft. My youngest plays it and we have it super where she can't communicate with anybody or do certain things. But yeah, that game is creepy. So if you have kids and they're playing Roblox, people can just reach out to them and be like, "Oh, what's your name?" A little kid, if you don't teach them, they're going to tell them your name. "Oh, what's your mommy and daddy's name?" Right? Giving all your information, your passwords and hints to where they can hack into your system. Jamie, figure around and find out. Oh, that's so good. It's just too good. Turn it to an insane asylum over there. Oh, that's gross, farmer. Yeah, just be careful. Don't go around trusting people too much. Hey, what's up, Aspen? I just saw Riley Strain's family will be giving a live update on volunteer search efforts, etc., at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also heard they were scaling back the search. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing an update on what's going on. Maybe the investigation is going somewhere else. Thanks, Aspen. What's up, Squatch? I emailed you with some pictures of the cameras in that area about 20 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Let's go take a look at that. I appreciate that. We'll end with that. Thank you. Oh, of the cameras? Oh, that's a good one. Is that from the street view? Thank you for that. Caricature says prosecution obviously thinks they have enough to try him, so I'll trust that. They know more than the rest of us. Well, they can't arrest this person and charge him unless they thought they could make it stick. So they've been ready. So you guys got to take some personal responsibility for jumping all over certain things, right? V says pulled it out to call an Uber and then not paying attention goes right over the edge. And the embankment to that wall is so steep he just kind of rolls into the water. And he might be a great swimmer, but that's quite a fall. He could have hurt himself, maybe busted his collarbone and couldn't really, maybe even was unconscious. Oh yeah, alcohol alone will do it. Blacked out drunk walking. It's more common than you think. What's up, Witchcraft? Most people have the Uber app on their phone with payment info already on it, but I don't know. Exactly. But if, let's say, he couldn't get somebody to come to him, he calls Uber and they're like, Well, you need to give me an address because I don't know where you're at. You're not, and then they hang up. He's like, well, shit. Well, let me call Lyft. Well, I don't have Lyft, or I don't have an updated card on Lyft. So now he has to punch in his new card because it's not accepting his payment. Or maybe even just a cab agency. Yeah, that's a good point. No effects. He seemed much better. He wasn't so hunched over. He was kind of standing up tall and straight. I'm just trying to explain it away. I don't see that person that was captured on the body cam falling over a railing. I mean, he seems alert. He looked directly at the cop. He knew he was a cop. I'm assuming. Now Sebastian mom stepdad said he had no access to anyone via internet. Yeah, the Sebastian Rogers case is not looking good. Hmm. Like not really thinking. I don't know. That's just not the person I'm seeing in that body cam footage. Oh, really? Tell what's the is it kind of like a violent area as far as crime? Cuz I'm assuming with the homeless issue they're going to have a lot of break-ins, a lot of drug issues, maybe some vagrancy. But as far as violent crime, I know we covered a few stories of like stabbings and things like that. Oh yeah, cramps. That's true. People drown from that all the time or almost drown. And by yesterday evening, they said they were scaling back. We know what that means, right? Usually that means they found something and they're just preparing to make an announcement. But I don't know. Catsy says prosecution only has one chance to convict. I'll trust them. You can always use the boxing analogy. You always got one side who's all talk, right? I'm going to kick your ass when we get in that ring. And then the other side's like, well, I'm going to wait when we get in the ring and I'm going to show you with my fists. That's kind of like what Nick's doing. He's like, I'll wait. I'll wait until fight night and I'll show you what I have planned for you. Right now, Richard Allen's defense team, they're just doing all this talking outside of the ring. People are buying into the hype. All right, let me go to a couple more comments and then I'm going to get out of here. See, 63 says they found a body, but no details other than it's not Riley. What's up, Brad? Good to see you. Farmer says, does anybody know where he was going? Apparently he was going back to his hotel, but he ended up going in the wrong direction. I think that's what was reported. He told his friend as he was getting kicked out of the bar, like, I'm going to go back to the hotel. Yeah, and he seems, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'd be very curious to know whoever was breaking into those vehicles, which it looked like somebody was busting out windows. I wonder where they are. Where are they at that moment? What are they capable of? Are they desperate? Are they hungry? Thanks, Catsy. You guys do too in the chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to go make me some coffee, get my day started. Sam says he wouldn't easily be able to get down that bank. They kind of make it hard on purpose. You would hope they would. Seems a little dangerous there. We had another person fall off the bridge and into the water. Or no, I'm sorry, walk into the water. And then he began to struggle. I wonder if there's like an undertow. Thank you, Mustang. Thank you guys for hanging out. Shout out to all of you who caught the live stream. But I am going to get out of here. I may be going live a little bit later. I'm trying to put together a coherent members live stream. So that might be impromptu a little bit later today. So I will see you guys very soon. Have a great day. Thank you for watching the Sleuth Intuition channel. If you are part of the replay crew, you know what to do. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. Sleuth Intuition is 100% crowd-funded. If you want to support me and help my channel grow, here are 3 ways that you can help. Number 1, Cash App. The funds go directly to me without YouTube taking a percentage. Number 2, become a member. Members are by far the leading contributors to my channel. Number 3, hit up the merch shop. Represent the Sleuth crew on these ruthless streets. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. Until next time.